Let's talk about one of the most fascinating and often misunderstood aspects of Christianity, speaking in tongues. You know, it's amazing how many different views and interpretations exist about this spiritual gift. And today, I want to help clear up some common misconceptions. First, let's talk about what speaking in tongues actually is according to the Bible. In the book of Acts, chapter 2, we see the first instance of this phenomenon during Pentecost. The disciples were filled with the Holy Spirit and began speaking in different languages they had never learned. This wasn't gibberish, these were actual languages that others could understand. But here's where things get interesting. Many people today think that speaking in tongues always means speaking in unknown heavenly languages. While this can be true, as Paul mentions in 1 Corinthians 13, it's not the only form. The Bible actually describes different types of tongue speaking. There's a common misconception that every Christian must speak in tongues to prove they have the Holy Spirit. This simply isn't biblical. In 1 Corinthians 12, Paul clearly states that different people receive different gifts. He asks, "Do all speak in tongues?" The implied answer is no, and that's perfectly okay. Another misconception is that tongue speaking is always meant to be public and dramatic. But Paul talks about speaking in tongues as a private prayer language between a person and God. It's not always meant to be a public display. Here's something really important that often gets overlooked. The Bible emphasizes that when tongues are spoken in church, they should be interpreted. Without interpretation, it doesn't benefit the congregation. Paul actually says he would rather speak 5 intelligible words to teach others than 10,000 words in tongues. The bottom line is this: speaking in tongues is a genuine gift of the Spirit, but it's been surrounded by confusion and misunderstanding. It's not a measure of spiritual maturity, not required for salvation, and definitely not meant to create division in the church. Let's appreciate it for what it is. One of many beautiful gifts God gives to His church for His purposes. I would be happy to share this with anyone who may find it helpful, and I encourage those who wish to stay informed to subscribe.